What's up everyone, this is Cyberknight8610 and today we're going to be doing a Q&A video for you guys, questions and answers. I've had requests for a video like this for a pretty long time, I just hadn't really had the chance to get around to it, and since you guys have been asking for some different kind of content on this channel, I thought I would start doing maybe a Q&A video every other week or something like that. It kind of depends on what you guys think and if you enjoy this video or not. So today I asked on Facebook if you guys had some questions. I actually print them out on paper, going old school I guess today, but yeah, I thought I would answer a few questions that you guys have sent to me, and then if you guys enjoyed this video, then yeah, we can do more of these in the future. I definitely don't mind doing that. So, and also before we get started, I'm going to be reading off the names of the people that are asking me these questions, so hopefully I don't mispronounce your name. You guys know how I am sometimes on some names and stuff, so forgive me if I say some of these names incorrectly. I'm very sorry if I do. So yeah, I'm going to be trying my best though. So here we go. First off, we have one from Renee Rodriguez, and that is, which artwork of any card do you like most in Yu-Gi-Oh? For me, I think I would choose Red Eyes Black Dragon, you know, the original art, I should say, because I've always said that Red Eyes is my favorite out of all the different cards, and I really like the original art, just because it just looks really nice. I mean, there's some other great artworks too, like the the Anniversary Pack, excuse me, was really cool, but I really like the original, just because it's the most nostalgic. I started out with the starter deck for Joey, so yeah, I feel like I have to go with that answer on there. And for our second question, we have from Kevin Machado is, what archetypes are you hoping will get more support in the near future? I don't know. That's actually kind of a hard question. I feel like I say that with everything in openings, especially. Like I see an old archetype, I'm like, you know, that'd be cool to see some support for. And, I know you guys always hear me saying that. Of course, Dragoonities, I would love to see more support for. I feel like that's kind of an obvious answer. So, Ojamas, I think is something I'd really like to see. You know, something new for them. I feel like just a few cards could actually make them a lot of fun to use, and something really that could be competitive. I mean, we've seen so much stuff for the original series. I'm hoping to see a bunch of stuff for GX, and I'd like to see maybe something for Ojamas like that. I think that'd be really cool. And of course, more elemental heroes while we're on the subject. And I mean, you could name them for just about anything. I'd be like, sure. I mean, in all honesty. But I think Dragoonities and Ojamas would be the main two that I'd really look forward to seeing. Other than that, I mean, just about anything, I'd be like, yeah, I'd love to see a lot of these older archetypes return. There's not really anything that I would be against on that. And for our third question, we have one from Damien Lard, and that is, can you do more please print videos? I've actually been working on a few please print videos. I've actually been doing that today. So, yeah, again, with this whole trying out some different content again, and, you know, bringing back some older video series that I used to do, I thought, I would try and see if you guys would enjoy seeing please print videos again. And for people that may not know what that is, please print videos were videos I made on different cards that were in the anime or in the manga that were never actually printed. So we're basically saying, please print these into actual cards, you know. So like Cyber Angels, I made a please print on them, and they actually got printed. So that was actually really cool. Some people think I actually talked to Konami on that too. Unfortunately, no. I don't have any kind of connections to Konami. I'm sure they don't listen to me at all. It'd be pretty cool though if they did, but unfortunately, no. But maybe it helped in some form. I don't know. I could be patting myself on the back too much on that, but it'd be really cool. But yes, I am working on some more please print videos. We're going to see how those go, and if you guys enjoy them, I definitely don't mind doing more of those either. And then for our fourth question, we have one from Travis Ferguson, and that is, any thoughts to expanding your channel to feature other games you enjoy along with current Yu-Gi-Oh content? I don't know, really, on that. I mean, it's kind of been something I've been thinking about lately. I've thought about doing some different opening stuff. I mean, I do have other channels where I have done, you know, like card fight openings and Pokemon openings and different things like that. Force of Will, just about every other card game. I think everything except Magic so far, which I'm sure eventually we'll have a Magic the Gathering channel. But, yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing on my other channels. So on my main one, on the Yu-Gi-Oh channel, and the one you're looking at now, I don't really know. I have debated on that. I mean, there's always, you know, if something happened to Yu-Gi-Oh, what would you do? And I don't really have an answer yet for that. I guess I would move on to another card game if that happened. I have thought about doing some other content in the future, but I'm not really sure. I mean, I kind of feel like, you know, people come to my channel to see Yu-Gi-Oh content. And as long as Yu-Gi-Oh is going, I plan on doing Yu-Gi-Oh content. If something ever changes on that, I'm hoping that my viewers will stick with me and go to some new content. So I guess that's about the best answer I can give. But for now, I do plan on keeping this 100% Yu-Gi-Oh! And maybe something random every so often. But I don't really plan on ever going to like video game stuff just because I don't really like recording Let's Plays, to be very honest. So, and again, if something happened to Yu-Gi-Oh! I'd probably move on to another card game, to be very honest. And I would hope that all of you would join me on that as well. And then now for our next question, we have one from Gustavo Cardenas, and that is, how do you feel about Dueling Network getting shut down? Well, I never made a video on this. I feel like everyone made a video on this, and it is, especially as a content creator for Yu-Gi-Oh, what do you say? In all honesty, I don't like what happened. I think it was a very silly decision. Business decision-wise, I guess I see it, because of course they think somehow their brand's getting ripped off or something, I guess. But I don't like it. I mean, as a player of Yu-Gi-Oh, I think it's dumb. I think if you're going to do something like that, then give us an official alternative. And maybe they're going to do that. I don't know. They are coming out with a bunch of new games for Yu-Gi-Oh, and maybe they are actually going to do that. I hope so. I hope it's going to be a good thing in the end. But I don't think it's right to shut down Dueling Network because they have never had an answer for it. I think the only way you can do something like that, and that goes for Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro and other things too, is if you actually have an alternative. And even if it does have a few microtransactions, if it's good enough, people will support it. You know, that goes with a lot of things. I mean, if they even went the Pokemon TCG route and had it where the codes were with the packs, that could really help them out. You know, or doing something like that. But if you're going to have it where it's microtransaction city and everything is like that, then people just aren't going to support it. And it's really unfortunate that's the way, but that's honestly the way it's going to go. Kind of a long-winded answer to this, but yeah, I never really talked about the whole Dueling Network getting shut down and everything too. Just basically, again, I think it's a lousy decision, and I'm hoping that they're going to have some kind of alternative that will be good. That will be an official game and be good. And then our next question is from Josh Gent, and that is, what was your first deck based on? Well, that's actually kind of a hard question. I guess if you want to... I went with the starter deck for Joey. And then back then, of course, it wasn't so much what your deck was based on the theme, it was what you had. Or that's how it worked at my school and everything. Everyone just built with whatever they had and the strongest monsters they had, and that was pretty much it. So there really wasn't a theme to it. I guess mainly I always tried to keep everything centered around Red Eyes, which kind of seems funny that everything's kind of come full circle because that's what I mainly use now, is with all the new Red Eyes support, I use Red Eyes a lot nowadays. So that's kind of cool. But if you want to know theme-wise, where I really started getting the competitive stuff and actually did tournament stuff and everything, it was with Elemental Heroes. And that was like the first one I felt like I actually had a theme with. I was like the only one that actually had the Elemental Hero fusions, which were really tough to get back then. And that probably the first one I would say theme-wise, but for first cards and everything, just like some kind of Red Eyes mixed build, I guess, would be my answer. And then for our last question, this is probably the question I get asked the most, and it is from Camilo Furtillo. I hope I said your name correctly. And that is, do you play Yu-Gi-Oh! At a competitive level, or do you just collect the cards? If yes, have you topped any tourneys? And I think it's uncountable, but how many cards do you have in your personal collection? On the tournament question, I get asked this a lot, you know, because people don't see me really doing duel videos or anything, and they see all these openings and stuff. Well, yes, I have done a lot of different tournaments in the past. I used to have a locals, mainly in the GX era. It seemed like after 5Ds, like my locals just disappeared. And nowadays I don't have a locals. But the closest thing to me is about 2.5 hours to 3 hours away, which is not easy to take time off when you're self-employed, because YouTube isn't my only job, obviously. And yeah, it's kind of hard to just make time to do that. I probably should, but it's really tough to do that. So back then, yes, I did play in some different tournaments that at locals near me. I actually did very well. Like, there were several times that I topped. And again, that was in the days where I used Elemental Heroes as well. So that's actually kind of funny. I used Flame Wingman and stuff, and would actually top tournaments. So that was a lot of fun. It's a lot of nostalgia to it. And nowadays, though, I guess I'm more on the collector side. But I try to stay in the competitive as much as I can. But yeah, to answer that question, I have topped at tournaments. I have been in tournaments, but nowadays, lately, I haven't, because there's just nothing around me. And I don't really know how to fix that, unfortunately. Everything around me is Magic the Gathering. I'm hoping... I wish there's a way I could just open up my own card shop and start my own tournaments, to be very honest, because I feel like that's the only answer to this. But I don't have the finances to be able to do that either. I have to make sure I have enough to be able to feed myself and pay for things. So it's kind of hard to, right now, as you guys may know, I of course do YouTube, I work construction with my dad, and I also own my own sign business. So I really can't also do a card shop right now. Maybe in the future, maybe one of these days, or maybe I'll even have a locals one of these days. But for now, it kind of puts me in a mess on that, unfortunately. And then how many cards do I have? I don't know. I I have no idea. Too many. That's the answer I usually tell everyone. It's like, how many cards do you have? Too many. But in all seriousness, people think I like have stacks of cards. I really don't. I go through a lot of my cards. When that box gets full on commons and rares, I usually try to just sell off like big lots of those cards off. Like I'll try to get, you know, maybe like 1,000 different cards together and sell them off to someone, and you know, then also I'm making a little bit of my money back, and also kind of making room for new cards. So I don't have like just boxes. I haven't kept every card that you have ever seen in my openings. And yeah, there you go. That is the Q&A video. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Of course, if you have a question that you want me to answer, leave it in the comments down below. I think that's where I'm going to be getting questions from in the future. And of course, it doesn't have to be Yu-Gi-Oh! Really. It can be just about anything. And I'll try to answer, I don't know how many questions. I guess it'll depend on how long the question is or something. But I'm going to at least try to go for, you know, 8 to 10 questions or so per video. And if you guys really enjoyed this, I don't mind doing these like every other week or something like that. It all depends on how this video does. So I hope you guys will enjoy. And of course, hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and tell me in the comments as well, like different types of videos you would like to see in the future. Again, thank you guys for watching. You guys are awesome. And of course, subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Content. And I will catch you guys later. See ya. Hope you guys have enjoyed my latest video. Be sure to subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos, as well as check out my other two channels, Cyberknight Games for Let's Plays, and also Cyberknight CCG for Card Fight Vanguard openings. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.